Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today it's midweek Magic with the recent release of Avatar. So we already had the block constructed one, sort of block constructed. So now we're having the Brawl Builder Challenge. And it's actually interesting to see that this this particular Brawl Builder Challenge includes cards from Jumpstart. So you could see you could you can see the glider logo. That's Jumpstart. That is not actual. That is the Jumpstart logo, but it still counts, and we're still getting to play this. As you can see, we are going to be running with Avatar Roku. Pretty much a top end card, but it's a pretty strong top end card. We will get 6 mana during our combat phase, so as long as someone attacks, so pretty much in that end we are going to be running a lot of instants here. We have a good number of creatures, but we are running like 24 instants. We still have a few sorceries, but it's pretty much as many instants as we can reasonably put in here. It's mostly on the line of burn, so like say a burst lightning kicker actually does wonders, or pump. Dreadmoss are a very good example there. Now, as of note, we are running pretty much the entire gamut here. So we are running Firebending. So with cards like, say, Fire Nation Cadets, Firebending Student, Firebender Ascension, pretty much want to double those attack triggers. We are also running a bit of a lesson team as well. So we're running most of the lessons from Avatar, and we're actually running a few lessons from Strixhaven. I'm trying to find that lesson from Strixhaven. It's a little bit annoying that we do get the icon for. No, we should have the icon also for Strixhaven lessons as well. It's just that all the lessons we have here are... I know... Okay. Why are we... Okay. The reason we're not running the lessons from Strixhaven, there are 2. Illuminate History, I guess we could run it. And then there's Start from Scratch. Both of them are sorcery speed. So that's probably kind of what kills it. The sorcery speed ones we're running are Arrow's Demonstration, which is pretty strong for what it is, and Reckless Blades as a board wipe. I guess we could try to fit one of these 2. Also, we could probably fit one of these others as well, but we opted not to. So not much in lessons, but we do have a little bit of that. We also have Valakut the Molten Pinnacle. You never know, we might be able to get it off. But otherwise, it's just pretty much mono red true and true. Focusing on combat with some burn on the side. We'll see. This is again more fun than serious. But we'll see how well we do. Also, it'd be nice to not have to worry about our mana base for the most part. Also, I'm not gonna be casting fire magic on that anytime soon. We are running a few of the lands as well. That's actually gonna be quite important for us. For now, we're just gonna drop the Firebending Student, see what we can land here. And Katara's down. So I guess what we could do for this one is we can just start a riot, give this one menace, then our creatures get +2/+0. Now, unfortunately, we would need 6 mana for this, so we probably just go Valakut. Probably drop the redirect lightning. Caught is fine. We could probably use it to snipe some stuff if we had. But we probably can drop Fang for the time being. We probably just hold on to Mistress Bauble because that's a free prowess trigger. Then we. So Avatar Enthusiast. What is going in on the? So let's do a check on Katara. Okay, triggered ability.
Lend me your flame.
So we can swing with this one. Might as well crack it, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna. And we're just gonna. Yeah, cycle, get that. Won't be able to cast it this turn. But now we get the Firebender as we can do Medallion Ascension. I could play this as a land, so we could. Opponent seems to be quite stuck on mana though. They do have all their colors. So let's do a check. It's mana cost. I get what they're going for, but let's see. Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, probably also want to drop the Geist Blaster, see if we can. We should have enough instants and sorceries that we would be able to. We'll have to discard the Seek. Okay, maybe we don't discard. Opponent knows we have fire magic, so but we're just gonna leave it. And yeah, it looks like our opponent did have some mana issues there. I have no idea. Our opponent could be unfortunate. Also, could have cut on lands. We are officially running 34 lands if we do not count the double face cards. The double face cards are really are a big deal. It allows us to have more lands and quite a good number of spells. We are still running quite a good number of them. The tricolored commanders are super popular as well. So this one. I probably just start off with Norn. I do expect a lot of control, so it's very possible that we need to get this aggro down really quickly. Ashdalot is pretty much there just to have just for haste. The haste is really quite important for us here. That's why we're also running a lot of creatures like say Felden as well. Being able to hit a bunch of extra cards is quite helpful for us as well. I'd say we run the big spender because this is the least egregious one. The next turn we probably just play this tap. Opponent has black at last. They could have a... Okay, if it's a red-based board wipe would be Heuristic Study. Actually, you know what? Just out of spite. Heuristic Study is cool and all. Opponent needs to have... Yeah, opponent probably has a board wipe next turn. Can't really do much about it. They probably have some sort of cheap removal. Okay, sure. Oh, they timed it off. No. Firelord Azula, 4/4 with... Dropping the 4/4. Okay, Solstice Revelation. You may cast that card if that spell's mana value is less. Oh, I guess we are cast. Well, yeah, we finally let them draw a card. Barbarian Ring. We don't quite have the threshold yet. But the interesting thing is because of Norin, we can't... So which one are we exiling? Do we exile this one? Decline. Now this one is, yeah, we probably should have held up some mana if we were expecting this one. I guess we just decline both. So we have 6 mana next turn, which is good for Roku. Opponent probably wants us. Opponent gonna Firebend. Now now this is the part where, ooh, nice. Draw 2 cards. So Generous plunder at the beginning of your upkeep. You may create the treasure token. Opponent not quite into treasures yet. I could just play Fang just to say give his power to Felden. I could cast Ro. My issue is the 2 mana he's holding up. This could easily be a counter spell. Oh, they did let it go, which is quite interesting. I'd probably just dump it on Felden first so that well, no, because Fang has to attack. Now I could swing with Felden just to sort of draw a card here. And I'm not exactly blocking. That's a swing. There's no real trick here. It's just I don't want to draw cards. And yeah, we need damage to be dealt here. So Rubin Medallion kind of sets up everything else. Though our opponent has a full grip, we pretty much petered out at this point. If they have any removal for... Well, they'll need 2 shots of removal for Fang. Or Exile. And also take note, Redirect Lightning is... Oh, spell or ability, okay. Yeah, going for flash creatures is probably the best way. So I want the copy to resolve there. Yeah, the original one. That's correct. No, they might still have a counter spell on top of this. But we kind of want to get the counter spell war going because... Okay, select new target. They actually let it go. Now I could block. Then it will return. It'll be a spirit in addition. But let's not take that risk. Just take the 8 because we're pretty much winning or losing next turn anyway at this point. And if they're not casting any, oh, they're still casting Psychic Combat. Yeah, this because I'm suspecting another removal spell, so that is why I. Actually, our opponents skipped the end step. Yeah, they're now just discarding cards at this point. So they have a way to deal with Roku. This does come back, but not tapped. Like, if I play this, it doesn't... Well, we play this first. Yeah, let's see, we need 2 mana for this, so that leaves 1 and 1 for this. We'll decline. They have so many cards at this point that I'm giving them a few. It's hard to say whether it'll make a difference, but I have to assume that they probably have whatever they need in hand already. So I have to assume that they have something that can respond to Fang. That was not the correct answer. And we can actually pay this time. Oh wait, do they have a free one? Ooh, okay. Not. So with that, probably just... What cards did they give up for? They had to give up quite a lot of cards for it. So this is a Dragon Spirit. Ideally, I only want to take 2. That I want to. Okay, let's see. This is to each of up to 2 targets. Yeah, that's enough. That was somewhat close. Was it close? Not really. We kind of lost control near the end. The free spells kind of got us there when. Well, kind of tough. Can't exactly win them all, but that's okay for this one. I really would have loved to have deflecting SWAT, but we cannot craft those. They figured it's too strong for Brawl. It's a good question. Do you want to just power up Brawl instead so that those cards are available, or... Well, kind of tough to ask. Anyway, so we have a good shot with Firebender Ascension turn 2. Some early spells. Fire Magic, seeming a bit weak, but at least it's kind of modal and flexible. See what our opponent casts on turn 2. Probably a Mana Rock. No, Waterbender Ascension. Okay. So it's the Battle of the Ascensions. We probably want to do... Though Feldon doesn't have an attack trigger, it's still... Fogbank is a bit annoying. Until you realize it's only combat damage. So we're kind of now hoping for an... Okay, opponent had the Island Cycle. Probably dropping Fire Lord Azula. In which case, we actually have quite a few options here. Opponent is actually gonna just take. So, gonna have to give that up. Yeah, why not? We have the mountains. Just play the Dwarven Mine here. So we can Dwarven Mine, then we probably end up just playing Reckless Plays here. Opponent will sink a lot of mana here. Let's see what their follow-up is. Humbling Elder. Okay, multiple copies of Humbling Elder. So, let's see. They're really trying to get multiple copies on. Self-destruct. Yeah, well, we can only choose one of them. Okay, get the copy off. That nets us land. We can play it. Okay, hello? Okay. Okay, sige. Okay. So not blocking, we're just gonna have to take it. We're gonna see what our opponent drops next. Hello? Hello? Eka? Okay, so we actually have multiple options here. Like, I could just play... I would like to take this out at once, but I might want to save it a bit. I could just play the big spender right now and just hold on to how to start a riot if we need to punch through. That's fine. That's just a treasure token. Yeah, so next turn we can even do call the mountain Choco Bull. We can do flashback. We can also aim for Avatar Roku. Right now our opponent is going to just swing. They really want to cast more spells now. Okay, looks like they're going the combat trick route, so that puts us that's 11 damage. Mountain cycling doesn't get copied. Let's see, they have to have what's their follow? Oh, they don't follow up. Okay. So Just going down to 2. If I wipe this one, it gets... Yeah, let's just wipe it now. That nets 4 mana. Which we use to spend on Jong. Has to block, which we will then use to pump this. And so we'll see if our opponent has removal. I suspect they do. There we go. Avatar Roku does it. You can't have a pretender. You need to have the real thing. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna see a lot of Fire Lord Azulas. Like being able to get copies of stuff on your combat phase is such a really big deal. Especially between blue-black having so many flash creatures, it's okay, something different. This time we have Boomy Unleashed. That said, we'll keep this one. Not a great starting hand though. And we definitely want the ball. Next turn, we can drop Firebender Ascension. We probably also want to just... Okay, thinking of Forest. We really need to we need to get this Ascension going. See what their follow-up play is. Energy Bending. Ooh. Okay. And we might as well, because we... Like ideally, I would want to just call the Mountain Chocobo. Wouldn't it? Okay, I guess we are calling the Mountain Chocobo. It sets up our land for the next turn. And we're probably gonna save the Burst Lightning this time. Wouldn't really playing it up near the middle. They haven't, aside from energy bending, not much of an early play. Yeah, I actually almost forgot about Ruby Medallion until the last minute. This is pretty much our best mana rock. Umi Bash. Okay, land destruction. Yeah, nice. It sets up a lesson in the next turn so that Fire Nation cadets can also trigger. See what our opponent has. If it's just Boomy, 5-4, match the odds. Hey, 4-4. I was gonna say that we needed one more mana for the Burst Lightning kicker. Let's wait first. Yeah, playing 1-1 creature is not the strongest. Now that said, Boomy and into an Earthbend is pretty strong here, so that's something to keep in mind. They might want to be careful about what. Yeah, we are already threatening Avatar Roku, so they. Okay, so no Roku yet, but little lightning bolt. Now, one reason to hold back is the existence of Fire Blast. Actually, it's a very good reason for us to play Blood Moon here because yeah, it messes with our. It will mess with our mountains too, but being able to guarantee having a lot of things to sack is quite nice. Speaking of which, we do have a Valakut here, but well, it's one out of 99. So, ooh, this is the other scary matchup based shrines. So it's a case of we have to be really fast and we'll see, but this is probably not it. Might as well cycle. Oh, Moment Courier would have been nice. So next turn we can Fire Nation Palace. Oh, they're also running Niv Mizzet as well. Oh wow, they really are going off cam on all the colors. Oddly enough, correctly might just be Snipe their Gene Pollinator. It's not the best play, but next turn we can play Castle Embret, so we have 3 mana, and I can do Scoundrel into Courier. So it's a game of fueling this up. You probably also want to start. We'll have to play this tap. We probably want to dump Infernus as well. Haunted Screen. Wow, looks like our opponent might be having some mana issues. You can see the argument for I can see the argument also for just saying there's a Desert Fervent, but yeah, we just do Infernus, grab our mountain. Next turn, we're not quite Rokuing it yet. Opponent now has 5 mana. They could just drop Niv Mizzet. Yeah, they're just gonna do that. They're gonna drop Niv Mizzet, call it a day. But it's for each color pair, and they only hit. Oh wow, they hit only 1. Not the strongest Niv Mizzet. So this enters tap. So 6 or more. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, we're. I want to see if our. Also, we could have done the firebending thing. Though it would have. Ooh, they're actually letting it through, okay. So that leaves us 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is X equals 4. Kinda need a little bit. You probably should just drop Heibai at this point. Grab their shrine and go. As it is, I'm trying to see how we can scrounge up the map. Unfortunately, this is sorcery speed, so not exactly hitting Niv Mizzet with. Okay, one is playing conservative. Might even be just a case of I played this might even be a case I play this as a land. Hold on. It really depends. I probably don't want to crack Bowmat Courier just yet. Hello? Uh, hello? Uh, traction control? Uh, yeah, kana. Traction control, not really. Bakit? It's an automatic, so... sige. Wait, can you take a... can you send me the address? What's ka? Okay. Okay. Yeah? Anto... Sige, sige. Andito ito, lo. No, what address? Where are you so I can pick you up? Sa EDSA Shrine? Okay, sige. Gwa kitty ha. Tapos sa... Gwa sa kalo. Sige to. Sige. Okay, sige, sige. They're the one calling? Sige, sige. Okay. Okay, sige, sige. Okay, okay, okay. This is probably a good time as any to close this episode. Yeah, I need to pick up my mom. The tire blew out. Yeah, there is no way we're finishing anytime soon. We're not getting past this Niv Mizzet, not with what we have. We would need something closer to a board wipe. And they already just dropped Paybuy, but... I guess we could just pay this, pop both of these off, but yeah, it's not looking great. So thankfully this is on cast, so but yeah, we're not winning this unless we hit the board wipe, and most of our board wipes are not gonna cut it. It can clean out most of the small stuff, but it's not cleaning out Niv Mizzet. That's dedicated burn. Probably one of the weaknesses of Mono Red, but anyway. Yeah. Great train heist. Curious to see how it goes. Well, it's only +1 plus... Yeah, so it's not getting past that one, but we are... Hold on, 1, 2... We have... This is 6 mana already, so that takes care of both. We have 1 getting true, so might as well go for the treasure. Might as well go for the whole thing. And we get to attack again. And because we're attacking again, we get the Avatar Roku treatment again. But most likely they just chump block. We don't exactly have a way to trample. We do have an Ember Cleave, but But unfortunately not right here. And at least we got a cute shot off that spree spell. Anyway, we're really gonna have to call this one. Opponent just needs to block. Not gonna let this run out anymore. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I forgot we had this as well, but I'm kind of over already. Yeah, take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.